Hello. I'm a little bit late hopping on for our live conversation about how you can keep showing up during this super crazy time right now. I have been on calls all morning with clients and just really putting together some plans in place on how we're going to move forward strategically for those clients during this time. And I want to talk to you about how you can actually keep showing up for your business. So we talked, I don't even know what day it was. I can't believe it's Friday, right? So this week has gone by both incredibly fast and incredibly slow at the same time. So we've talked a little bit about why it's so important that you need to keep showing up. We've talked about how you can keep showing up for yourself. We've talked about how you can keep showing up for your customers, which is critically important. And today I want to really dive into how you can keep showing up for your business during this crazy, uncertain, unprecedented time. So if you're watching, say hi in the comments. Let me know you're here. I want to say something before I dive into this, is that this isn't a things to do if you're not feeling anxious, things to do if you're not feeling worried, things to do if you're not feeling overwhelmed. I am going to tell you that I vacillate right now. There are moments when all of a sudden I just feel like I'm going to start crying. I was out today and just the mood feels somber and the parking lots are empty. And I feel this wave of sadness and these tears. And I can't articulate specifically what I'm sad about, but just this feeling of sadness for individuals, for our world. But I also know that as humans, we are resilient and that we will get through this. And when this is all said and done, the world will have become better because of it. And it doesn't mean that we're glad that this is happening, but I know that the world will be better because of it. But I share that because even if you're scared, even if you're overwhelmed, even if you're feeling sad and uncertain, you need to keep showing up. You need to keep showing up for yourself, for your customers, and for your business, especially if you're feeling those things. Because here's the other thing that I know is that when I think about right now, what my customers are going through, what business owners are going through, I feel this strong sense of purpose around helping provide tools and strategies to help businesses succeed in this time. Because if businesses succeed, for every business that succeeds, that's a job that's available in the economy. For every business that thrives, that's somebody that they might be able to hire down the road. These things are critically important right now. And when I'm focused on my business and on my customers, I feel less overwhelmed and I feel less scared and I feel less uncertain. And so if you're feeling uncertain and if you're feeling scared, make a decision to take some type of action in your business. Reach out to a customer, do something for someone in your community. And I promise you, you will start to feel just a little bit less scared and uncertain. So today I want to talk about why this is such a great opportunity to show up differently for your business. I don't know about you, but if you're a business owner, you probably have a to-do list that is never going to get done. All projects, ideas, planning, strategies, upgrades, enhancements, all these things where we talk about working on the business versus working in the business, that when things are busy are really hard to make time for. And so I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with a caveat that first, keep showing up for your customers. Before you're worried about showing up for your business, more than ever, your customers need you more than the strategy for your business needs you. But if you're showing up for your customers in bigger ways with more service, and you have more time than you're used to because you're not commuting, maybe it's a little bit slower, whatever that is, this is a prime opportunity to start working on the business, to think about, what do I want the next 12, 18, 24 months in my business to look at? And what can I do right now so that when this crisis is over, when this crisis lifts and we return to whatever the new normal looks like, that I am prepared and I am ready to take the steps that I need to take to be successful in my business. For me, those things look like putting together some email follow-up sequences for clients that I've had on my to-do list forever, organizing my CRM system and automating that better, that is absolutely going to be getting done. Finalizing some offerings that I'm going to be making in the next month, that is happening this weekend. These are the things where I'm like, what can I do now so that when things return to the new normal, it's not going to be the normal that we left. I mean, I think I've said that a whole bunch of times, that when we reemerge from this, we are going to have learned lessons, and we are going to have experienced things that are going to shape the ways that we interact moving forward. And we don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but it is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. And that's okay. But if you're going to be intentional about creating what that means for your business, what does that look like? You can spend some time this weekend writing down, what do I want the long-term plan for my business to look like? What does the next 12, 24, 36 months look like? And what can I do in the next 30 days that will position me to be able to make that happen with much more ease once this is over? This is such a prime opportunity to ask that question so that you can start kind of pulling yourself out of being reactive and put yourself back in a position of being proactive for your business. So if you're in the restaurant business, for example, you might be saying, okay, maybe we really liked doing to-go orders and takeout orders. How do we want to implement that? Or, wow, we want to find ways for people to connect more deeply in our community or interact in a different level with our customers. How can I do that when we come back? I want to grow and I want to hire more people. I want to not just hire my staff back, but I want to expand. Okay, what do I need to put in place in order to make that happen? Start thinking about those things right now. Now is the time. Yes, you have to address what's happening right now. You have to make plans for what's happening right now. You have to put plans in place for what you're going to do tomorrow and next week. But you also need to be thinking about what happens after and how can you use this time now that you have to put those things in place. And when are you going to do it? Schedule it, put it on your calendar, because I promise you, like for me, I'd much rather go watch Netflix than organize my CRM. That doesn't matter what's happening in the world. I'm never going to want to organize my CRM. It's just not going to happen. And so still use your calendar, use your plans, use the tools to create the long-term vision for your plan. So what I want you to do is Friday afternoon. If you are on the West Coast, you are probably thinking about wrapping up for the week. If you are on the East Coast, you probably are wrapped up for the week. Before you turn off your computer, before you just say a sigh of relief, I survived the first week of this new reality that we're living in, spend some time thinking about, what do I want next week to look like in my business? At the end of next week, what do I want to be thinking back? I'm really glad that I accomplished this. These are the results that I had. These are the conversations that I had with customers. These are my long-term plans I put in place. Spend some time planning that, and then think about, what are the things that I need to be doing to get myself positioned for where I want to be in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, and schedule the time to start making those happen. Now is not the time to do less in your business. It's not. It's tempting. It's hard when it's scary, but now is the time that you should be doing more in your business, when you should be doubling down and going all in and thinking, okay, with the resources that I have, how do I want to make the most of this situation? How can I position myself to be successful for the long term? That doesn't mean that you're not going to be scared. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be overwhelmed. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be uncertain. You are absolutely going to probably feel all of those things. I know that I do every single day. But when I go into action and I start actually being proactive about what I want to create in my business, the conversations I want to have with my customers, the conversations that I want to have with the business community, it pulls me out of that. It makes me much less self-involved so that I can move forward and be a better service to my customers and my clients. So share in the comments how you're going to plan for the future moving forward out of this. And I want to let you know, I'm going to be on every day next week. I can't commit to a specific time yet because I'm still trying to figure out what my normal schedule looks like. And we've got a lot of moving parts for some clients that are happening. I'm going to move over this way. I can never figure out directions with the lighting. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the light to be balanced in my office for you guys, but I have not mastered that. Anyways, so instead of focusing on, what was I going to say? So I don't know when I'm going to be on live. I'm going to be on every single day though. So if you have questions, if there are things that you're thinking about in your business, should I change my pricing? Should I still be having sales conversations? How do I need to change my messaging? Post those in the comments or send me a direct message and I will answer those on these live videos. I am here for you 100% through this crisis. And I'm not an expert on how to survive a global pandemic or an economic shutdown like what we're hearing right now. But what I am really good at and what I can help you with is how to create engaging sales conversations, how to be proactive about approaching your customers in a way that's rewarding for them and for you. And that has never been more important than it is today. Your customers need you, your clients need you, and the economy and the world as a whole need you to keep showing up. So I am here to do everything that I can to help support you in making you do that. Share your comments. Like I said, you can post in the comments or you can send me a direct message and I will be replying to those as well. And just, I want to first say congratulations, not first, but also say congratulations. You made it through this week, right? We've never experienced anything like this before as a society, and you made it through. It's Friday, you're here, you're still breathing, you're still engaged, you're watching this video. So celebrate that and then take a step back to figure out, what does this look like moving forward for me? How am I going to continue to show up for my business, show up for myself, and most importantly, how am I going to show up for my customers right now? And really make that a priority. And when this new normal comes, you will be so well positioned to be successful. So I'm here for you. Share your questions with me and I will see you on Monday. Not sure what time, so just stay tuned. We'll try and get a consistent time for you, but there's just a lot of moving parts right now. So I will keep you posted. Have a great weekend.